Hello learners, this is Habeeba with Excelwithme. If you like the video, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Let's start today's class, that is Central Teacher Eligibility Test, Paper 2 Social Science, Class 6, NCERT, the Earth or Habitat. Chapter 5, Major Domains of the Earth. Let's start with the practice questions first. In the Greek language, lithos means stone, atmos means vapor, hudor means water, bios means life. So, these all the terms are very important. The solid portion of the earth on which we live is called the lithosphere. The gaseous layers that surround the earth is where oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide and other gases are found, that is the atmosphere. Water covers a very big area of the earth's surface and this area is called the hydrosphere. Now, what comprises water in all its forms, that is ice, water and water vapor, that is also hydrosphere. What is the narrow zone where we find land, water and air together, which contains all forms of life, that is the biosphere. Now, it comprises the rocks of the earth's crust and the thin layers of soil that contain nutrient elements which sustain organisms, that is the lithosphere. Now, let's see the statements. There are two main divisions of the earth's surface. The large land masses are known as the continents and the huge water bodies are called the ocean basins. Both are correct. Now, elevation of land is measured from the level of the sea, which is taken as 0. Now, who were the first men to climb the highest mountain peak, Mount Everest, on the planet Earth on 29th May 1953? That was Edmund Hillary from New Zealand and Tenzing Norgay Sherpa from India. Now, who was the first woman to reach the summit on 16th May 1975? That was the Junko Tabai from Japan. Now, the first Indian woman to climb the highest peak on 23rd May 1984 was Bachendri Pal. The highest mountain peak, Mount Everest, is about 8,848 meters above the sea level. The greatest depth of 11,022 meters is recorded at Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. Now, what is the largest continent? That is Asia. Now, what is separated from Europe by the Ural Mountains on the west? That is Asia. The Tropic of Cancer passes through this continent, that is Asia again. The combined landmass of Europe and Asia is called the Eurasia, Europe plus Asia. The Arctic Circle passes through Europe. Which is the second largest continent after Asia? That is Africa. The equator or 0-degree latitude runs almost through the middle of the continent, that is the Africa. It is the only continent through which the Tropic of Cancer, the equator and the Tropic of Capricorn pass, that is again Africa. Now, the Sahara Desert, the world's largest hot desert, is located in Africa. The world's longest river, the Nile, flows through Africa. Which is the third largest continent of the world? That is the North America. Now, let's see here important terms. Again, we have to remember a strait. A strait is a narrow passage of water connecting two large water bodies like seas and oceans. Here you can see the strait dividing India and Sri Lanka. That is called strait. Now, here isthmus, a narrow strip of land joining two land masses, that is called isthmus. Here North America and South America are connected with a narrow land mass, that is called the isthmus. So, these are the two terms we have to remember. Now, North America is linked to South America by a very narrow strip of land called, just now we have learned about it, the Isthmus of Panama. The Andes, world's longest mountain range, runs through its length from north to south, that is South America. South America has the world's largest river, that is the Amazon, very famous. Which is the smallest continent that lies entirely in the southern hemisphere? That is Australia, an island continent. Now, India has research stations there. These are named as Maitri and Dakshin Gangotri, that is the Antarctica. Now, statements related to Antarctica here. Antarctica completely in the southern hemisphere is a huge continent. The South Pole lies almost at the center of this continent. As it is located in the South Polar region, it is permanently covered with thick ice sheets. All the statements are correct. Now, what is called the blue planet? Obviously, the Earth. More than 71% of the Earth is covered with the water and 29% is with the land. Now, more than 97% of the Earth's water is found in the oceans. Now, the three chief movements of ocean waters are the waves, the tides and the ocean currents. Now, the five major oceans in order of their size are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean and the Arctic Ocean. Now, the statements related to the Pacific Ocean, it is the largest ocean, it is spread over 1/3 of the earth. Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the earth, lies in the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is almost circular in shape. Asia, Australia, North and South America surround it. Now, the Atlantic Ocean, the statements, it is S-shaped. It is flanked by the North and South Americas on the west side and Europe and Africa on the eastern side. The coastline of Atlantic Ocean is highly indented. This irregular and indented coastline provides ideal location for natural harbors and ports. From the point of view of commerce, it is the busiest ocean. Now, which is the second largest ocean in the world? The Atlantic Ocean. Which ocean encircles the continent of Antarctica and extends northward to 60 degrees south latitude? That is the Southern Ocean. Now, statements related to the Indian Ocean. It is the only ocean named after a country, that is India. The shape of ocean is almost triangular. In the north, it is bound by Asia, in the west by Africa and in the east by Australia. Now, the Arctic Ocean, it is located within the Arctic Circle and surrounds the North Pole. It is connected with the Pacific Ocean by a narrow stretch of shallow water known as Bering Strait. It is bound by northern coasts of Northern America and Eurasia. Now, it provides us with the air we breathe and protects us from the harmful effects of sun's rays atmosphere. Air moves from high pressure to low pressure. Moving air is known as wind. Now, the statements related to the atmosphere. The atmosphere extends up to a height of about 1600 kilometers. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers based on composition, temperature and other properties. Now, these layers starting from Earth's surface are called the troposphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere and the exosphere. Now, statements, the atmosphere is composed mainly of nitrogen and oxygen, which make up about 99% of clean dry air. Nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21% and other gases like carbon dioxide, argon and others comprise 1% by volume. These statements are very, very important. There could be submergence of land as happened in the case of tsunami recently, parts of which islands were submerged under water. They were Andaman and Nicobar. Increase in the amount of CO2, that is carbon dioxide, leads to increase in global temperatures. This termed as global warming. The major constituent of atmosphere by percent is nitrogen. So, we come to the end of this session. If you like the questions, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Thanks for your attention and time. I'll be back with next chapter. Until then, happy learning.